Welcome to the Two Guys in a Cooler channel. If this is the first time you're joining us, my name is Eric, and in today's video, we're going to be making black garlic cheddar cheese. In order to make this awesome cheese, you need a few unique ingredients. The first is some Rio Grande black garlic. Next is something called sodium citrate, and then we have some extra sharp cheddar. And then finally, we're going to use Guinness beer, but you could use whatever beer you want. If you use Guinness, it is going to have a deeper, darker flavor. So the first thing you want to do is grate your cheese and then set that to the side. The next thing you want to do is grate your black garlic bulbs. And depending on how strong of a black garlic flavor you want, will determine how much you grate. Now that your black garlic has been grated, set that to the side and let's get our mold ready. Now you could use whatever mold you want, a non-stick bread pan, it really doesn't matter. In this case, I'm going to be using the very same container that I got my black garlic in. And so what I'm going to do to prepare it is simply put a piece of parchment paper right over the very top, close the lid right back on it, and then I'm going to secure that with a couple pieces of tape. The reason we're doing this is to ensure that our cheese doesn't leak out the very bottom when we put it in the mold. Now we're just going to cut the very top off of the mold and then spray it with a little bit of non-stick spray. If you don't have a mold, don't feel like DIYing it, and don't have a bread pan, you can always use a Silpat non-stick baking sheet. And what you do is you take your cheese, pour it directly into the very center, and as your cheese starts to level out, it'll firm up, allowing you to cut your cheese slices in whatever size you want. So now it's time to make our cheese sauce. We have our beer, our sodium citrate, there's our mold, and then of course we have our cheddar cheese and our black garlic, and I'm going to post the recipe below as with all the links for the ingredients that we're using for this particular project. You are going to be blown away as to how easy it is to make this cheese. The secret ingredient is the sodium citrate, and you can literally do this with just about whatever fresh cheese you can get your hands on. So the first thing you want to do is put your beer into a saucepan and then add your sodium citrate. On a medium heat, you want to whisk your sodium citrate and your beer. Before you add your cheese, you want to make sure that it's well dissolved. Once you have a simmer going, go ahead and add your cheese a little bit at a time and then begin to stir. And you're going to notice that instead of the fats and the proteins separating, creating a gritty mess, you're going to get a really gooey and wonderfully silky cheese sauce. After you get a fairly decent cheese sauce going, add your black garlic and make sure you stir that really well to combine. And then once it's done, go ahead and pour it into your mold. Now, you'll notice that as this sauce cools, the thicker that it's going to get. So you want to work a little quick. Once your sauce has been completely poured into the mold, pat it down to get rid of any air pockets, and then cover it with a piece of cling film and set it in your refrigerator for anywhere between 3 hours to overnight. This will give you plenty of time to think up all the crazy things you want to use black garlic cheddar for. The next day has come and it's time for us to unmold our cheese. And with the help of that non-stick spray, look at how easy this cheese just slides right out. And now it's time for us to slice our cheese, and if you're going to pre-slice your cheese like I'm doing, make sure you put a piece of wax paper between each slice. It keeps it from sticking together later when you want to use it. And for the grand finale, let's cook some up on some burgers so you can see how this cheddar cheese melts so beautifully with the flavor of Guinness beer and Rio Grande black garlic. I couldn't be happier. What a neat artisan cheese. Like I said, you could do this with provolone, you could do it with Swiss. I particularly think that cheddar pairs perfectly with black garlic. That is how you make black garlic cheddar cheese using Rio Grande's black garlic, a little Guinness beer, and some sodium citrate. If you have any questions on how to make black garlic cheddar, or if you have any suggestions on future black garlic videos that you'd like to see me make, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, and if you're new to our channel, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and get ready. We post fresh content each week. We'd love to have you on board. See you soon.